103 yards on the ground. It was close for the bulk of the third and the early fourth, but the game ends as it started with 2 rushing touchdowns, and the Harbaugh brothers celebrate as the national championship trophy is coming to Ann Arbor. 4 players have rushed for 100 yards and 2 touchdowns in the college football playoff national championship game, and 2 of them were wearing Michigan jerseys tonight. Blake Corum and Donovan Edwards. Edwards the 2 early, Corum the 2 late. Before tonight, it had not happened since Derrick Henry in 2016. That was against Clemson, a year after Zeke did it for Ohio State. Jim Harbaugh at the podium with his opening statements tonight.
Could not be happier or prouder. Our team, 15-0. Yeah, took on all comers. Last one standing. It's a great feeling, and just so happy for our players, for our parents, for their grandparents, our coaches, Sharon Moore, Jesse Minner, Jay Harbaugh, the coordinators, the coaches, the staff. I just couldn't have had a better game. Jesse Minner, I mean, A++ the whole way. And for me personally, I can now sit at the big person's table in the family. They won't keep me over there on the little table anymore. My dad, Jack Harbaugh, won a national championship, and my brother won a Super Bowl. So it's good to be at the big person table from now on.
To visit with me, first of all, congratulations. Team 144, as you guys call them. I kept hearing everyone talk about the love and the bond. How important were those 2 things, the love and the bond, in the leading to tonight?
Yeah, no, I feel like everything we've been through this year, kind of ever since that TCU game, too, we kind of had that chip on our shoulder, we really played together, and Team 144 is really different, and I think we all showed that tonight.
In the highlights and in every conversation I've had, we've been talking about 2 things, your O-line and your defense. I'm going to get to your defense in a minute, and you're right there in the middle of it, causing all sorts of problems. But let me give you a chance to brag on that O-line. And I know that you guys lost one of your best in that Ohio State game. What would you say about what the offensive line did tonight, Mason?
From what I saw, they were moving people off the ball. They're efficiently moving the ball in offense. I feel like that's a great group that I get to go against every day in practice. So I feel like that really translates over to defense, and I feel like everyone saw what our O-line could do today in the brightest moment.
When you get together and you watch film and you see what you're trying to go up against tonight, this is one of the best offenses in the nation, and they hung big numbers all year, including against Texas. What was the focus that you all were trying to do? We just heard Tim talk about pressure. You're in the middle of it, getting there and bothering him. Was that the key? If we can get to him and bother him, that perhaps we can slow him down?
Yeah, I feel for sure, we pride ourselves on being a great D-line, and I think that's a strength of our defense. So we really leaned on each other. We knew we were going to have to drop more guys and rush 4 most of the time. So we were efficient and got enough pressure and let those guys drop and handle those explosive receivers.
You're a young man in Michigan, a true sophomore. I got that right? Like, this is 2 years in Ann Arbor, and you're doing damage, man. I'm interested in, as a group, Mason, what you guys kind of learned and took away from last year. You alluded to it with the chip on your shoulder, but just because you guys are pissed off doesn't mean it's going to end up the way you want it to this year. Like, what's been the lesson from a year ago that you carried into this year?
Yeah, I feel like specifically on defense, we changed a lot of styles on our defense, honing in on little details. Coach Min, our defensive coordinator, does a great job. All of our coaches really bought in this offseason and helped us be a greater defense and greater team. And I think, over the course of these 15 games this year, we really just developed and kept on building every week. And then in the brightest moment, we showed out when we needed to.
I'll close with this. You're going to have to say goodbye to a lot of talent. There's a bunch of folks that are heading on to the NFL and whatever else is next in life. You'll be back. What will be the most satisfying thing that you hold on to, Mason, that you were a part of this year?
All those relationships I built over my 2 years here, I love these guys on this team. Obviously a lot of them are leaving, like you said, but I'll never forget Team 144, and I'm ready for Team 145, though.
Right on. I mean, I don't know what Coach Harbaugh's rule is, but I hope you get 24 hours to enjoy it. We've showed the pictures in Ann Arbor. There's a party waiting for you when you guys leave Houston. I'm sure there's a party tonight, Mason. Thanks for the time and congratulations on the role you played in this championship team.